The lads were there debating the last call at the end of the game. What was your immediate gut instinct when you saw it?
No, not a penalty. I'll probably cop a lot of criticism for saying that as an Aussie, and I was devastated. Don't get me wrong, but I think it was a rugby play. I thought it was a really good clean out, and he's done everything that he possibly could do in that situation, because Tizano's obviously incredibly low to the ground, and he's done a good job to get himself in a position to affect the turnover. But then the beautiful thing about our game is everything's a contest, right? And so Morgan's done everything that he could to be able to affect a good clean out. And I actually think the majority of the contact was made shoulder to shoulder. I think there was part of his shoulder that was towards the back of the neck. But, there's so many nuances to it, because rugby as a game it's a collision sport that's played at fast pace, where everything in the game is competitive: the ruck, the tackle, the line out, the scrum, the maul. And what I did like was, in that situation, the decision was allowed to the referee's interpretation of the incident. Bigger picture moment, I was happy for the game that wasn't a penalty, because if it was to be a penalty, we'd be going back on almost every ruck to check, because you'd have penalties, 60% of the time with the rucks that occur in the game.
Bigger picture for the context of the game, 100%. I accept the point you're making. Bigger picture for the context of the series, you're like, I give the penalty. I was actually, I was very excited about what the third test was going to look like. Oh, it's a penalty. That's amazing. They're going to kick it off. It's going to be over. 1-1. Let's go.
Yeah, as an Aussie, as a Wallaby, I love my Wallabies, and I was so proud of the effort that the boys put in. We spoke last week here around how they get better, how they make it more of a contest, and we spoke about is it a tactical thing, but for me, it was a personal thing that the boys have to front up and take those collisions and the contact side of the game personally, and really front up, and they did. And you could argue for the majority of the game we were the better team, because of the fact that we turned up physically, we took it personally, and we won a lot of those collisions. But watching objectively as a fan of the game in general, I think you set a bad precedent if that is a penalty.